In a quiet village, surrounded by misty mountains and flowing rivers, there lived a young man named Arjun. He was kind, hardworking, and full of dreams. However, there was one thing that kept holding him back: his past mistakes. Years ago, Arjun had started his first business. He had borrowed money, trusted the wrong people, and in the end, everything fell apart. Since then, even though life moved on, Arjun couldn't. Every night, he lay awake, replaying his mistakes in his mind. Why did I trust them? Why did I take that step? If only I could go back. His mind had become a prisoner of the past, constantly haunted by guilt and regret. No matter what he tried, the shadows of his past never left. One day Arjun heard about a wise Zen monk named Master Tenzin, who had come to a nearby monastery. People spoke of his wisdom, saying that every word he spoke was like a light in the dark. Hopeful, Arjun decided to visit him. When Arjun arrived at the monastery, he respectfully bowed and said, "Master, I've made many mistakes in life. I can't forgive myself. I keep thinking about the past. How do I let go?" Master Tenzin looked at him and said, "Come, walk with me." They walked in silence through a peaceful forest. After some time, they reached a small stream. Master Tenzin handed Arjun a heavy sack filled with stones. "Carry this," he said. Arjun was puzzled but obeyed. The sack was heavy, and every step became more difficult. Still, he followed the monk, wondering what this task meant. After an hour, they reached the top of a hill. Arjun was exhausted, his back aching. "Master," he said, "this sack is too heavy. My shoulders hurt." Master Tenzin paused and looked at him. "Exactly," he said. "This sack is your past. Each stone represents a mistake you keep carrying. Can you move freely with this weight?" "No, Master," Arjun replied. "Then why do you choose to carry it in your mind every day?" the monk asked. Arjun stood silent, struck by the truth in the monk's words. Master Tenzin continued, "Let me tell you a story. Two monks were once traveling. When they reached a river, a woman stood there, unable to cross. One monk immediately picked her up and carried her across. The other monk, shocked, said nothing. They continued walking for hours in silence. Finally, the second monk burst out, "How could you carry her? We're monks." The first monk smiled and replied, "I put her down hours ago, but you are still carrying her in your mind." Master Tenzin turned to Arjun. "You see, the mistake wasn't the problem. Holding on to it is." Arjun sat down beside the stream, feeling something inside him begin to change. The guilt and pain no longer seemed as heavy. "But Master," he asked softly, "how do I truly let go?" Master Tenzin picked up a leaf and dropped it into the stream. "Watch the leaf," he said. "See how it moves with the current. It doesn't resist. It doesn't try to go back. It simply moves forward." "That," said the monk, "is how you let go. Accept what happened, learn from it, and then move forward with life." From that day on, Arjun practiced forgiving himself. Every morning, he would sit quietly and say, "I forgive myself. I release the past. I choose today." Slowly, the clouds in his heart began to clear. He started a new business. It wasn't perfect, but he didn't let fear stop him. He smiled more, laughed more, and lived more. Years later, when people asked Arjun about his peace, he would say, "Regret is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but takes you nowhere. Forgive yourself. Your past is just a chapter, not the whole book. Turn the page. Begin again." If you find yourself trapped by old mistakes, let this story be your turning point. You can't change what happened, but you can choose how much it controls your present. You deserve peace. You deserve growth. And growth begins the moment you stop looking back. So ask yourself today, are you ready to put down the stones